When this came down today, take me through your initial reaction. How did you respond to this, seeing this news?
Well, we all knew this day was coming with the draft coming out a couple of months ago. That's why I filed that lawsuit. But still, it felt like a gut punch. This is a really stunning moment in America. Rights that I've had my whole life are now being stripped away from you and my daughters and every generation between mine and theirs. And it's something that's going to be a massive setback and have incredible ramifications across our economy, but most importantly, in the lives of women.
I know on a very personal level, when you were in the Senate, you bravely spoke out about your own sexual abuse that you endured. As a survivor, as a governor, as a mother, how does this hit you specifically, knowing that the law that we have in place, this 1931 law, would not protect sexual assault survivors from having to bear the children of their abusers?
Yeah, so our 1931 law makes it a felony without any exceptions for rape or for incest. I shared my sexual assault story on the Senate floor. I was raped when I was in college. Fortunately, I did not become pregnant as a result of that. But had this been the law then, and I would have been forced to carry my attacker's fetus to term. And the most important economic decision a woman will make in the course of her lifetime is when and whether to have a child. 70% of Michiganders recognize that this should be squarely in the realm of a woman who's making the decision with a trusted medical professional. It shouldn't be government. It certainly shouldn't be 6 justices all the way in Washington, D.C., stripping women of rights to make their own health decisions.
I see in you, when you say that, almost an anger in this. I mean, I'm sure you're feeling a lot of emotions in this moment.
I am. I feel terrible for my daughters and for every woman in America between my age and my girl's age. I mean, this is the right to decide what we do with our bodies. It's so fundamental to our ability to participate in an economy, to have a life that we can have a family when we choose to be able to live our dreams. I mean, this is something that is going to have a massive impact on our lives. And as I speak about it, I am furious. I am sad and I'm angry and I am activated. And that's what I'm hoping other people will respond to as well. I was raised by a pro-choice Republican father. I served with pro-choice Republicans. Right now in Michigan's GOP, there are no Republican leaders who are supporting women's reproductive rights. So I want Republicans who are pro-choice and independents who are pro-choice as well to join our effort to protect this right for Michigan women.
Today you filed this motion with the Supreme Court, again asking them to weigh in on your lawsuit. I know that they've asked you for more information, but they've held off on giving kind of an indication on where they're going to go on this. Are you hopeful that this will kind of push them forward to make a decision in this case?
Well, the whole world, everyone in Michigan is waiting for them to do it. So I am hopeful that with the advent of this decision coming out today, that this underpins how urgent it is that they need to take action. And that's what I'm hoping for. I want to be clear for your viewers. We have an injunction on the 1931 law presently. So today, women have the same access to reproductive care that they had yesterday. And that will continue so long as that injunction holds. But there are efforts to reverse it and to appeal that. And that's why this is such a precarious moment. If that injunction falls, we revert back 90 years to a law that will have these incredible harm to women, making it a felony without any exceptions for rape and incest, as I've said.
This week we did have a Republican representative suggest that we would have, even going further than the 1931 law, and having a 10-year punishment for anyone who performs an abortion, receives an abortion. What's your response to that?
I mean, it just tells you where we're headed. And I think that's the scariest thing. The 1931 law makes us one of the most extreme states in the nation, should that go into effect. And that's still not extreme enough for this Republican legislature. They're already introducing bills to throw nurses in jail for 10 years. Every Republican running for governor has given their support to that 1931 law. This tells you how high these stakes are and that this is just the beginning. If we aren't successful in this lawsuit or in the petitions where people are gathering signatures, Michigan will not just have the most extreme law, but the Republicans in the legislature want to take it even further and hurt women and medical providers even more.
It looks like I might have time for one more question. I want to ask you, how big of an issue do you see this becoming in the midterms? I know it's become louder and louder through even what we've seen in the primaries, but once it comes to your election in November, how big of a deciding factor do you think this will be for voters?
Well, what I know is that 70% of the people in our state support a woman being able to make her own decision. And so that means that there are pro-choice people on both sides of the aisle. I'm hoping that people are seeing the injustice of what's happening, women being stripped of this fundamental right to make our own healthcare decisions and make our own decisions about our bodies, and will join our effort. This is not over. This is a huge setback, but it's not over. And there is room for everyone who wants to ensure women have full bodily autonomy.
Affordable childcare in northern Michigan and across the state is another issue lawmakers say they hear about all the time. Some childcare facilities have 300 families on their wait list. That's how many are on the wait list at Teddy Bear Daycare and Preschool in Traverse City. Today, Governor Whitmer signed into law a host of childcare bills. Some of the bills will allow providers to share some health and safety records online. They also allow providers to take care of more children. But even with these reforms, some feel the legislation does not go far enough.
I believe that we need to act a lot quicker than we are at this point because especially the northern Michigan region, we're going to continue to go upside down economically if we don't fix this immediately. People are moving out of our area rather quickly, and that's information that we've been provided. And so if they want to have childcare started or renovations made to increase capacities, our legislature needs to act much quicker than they are right now.